No, there was a formula.
elected officials.
Elected officials.
Elected
All
officials, yes, and the auditor will see if counties can afford it.
Okay.
And, but however, newly elected people will get it January 1st. Whoever
Okay.
goes into office, as they come into office, they will get it
All
regardless.
elected offices.
No. Let me try to explain.
Just move it. Just move it.
If we,
Well,
if we pass the auditor's test July 1st,
Yeah.
if you sign to accept the raise, elected officials will get the raise.
Right.
If
Whether they're a county commissioner or sheriff.
Right,
or
exactly,
clerk, yes,
exactly,
that's what I mean.
exactly.
Okay.
But if the test shows that we cannot meet the raise, the two positions for county commission will get it January 1st regardless.
Because new position.
Because it is a new position.
Okay.
It's a new term of office.
Okay.
Does that make
Thank
sense?
you. It does, Ms. Bennett. Thank you. And whether counties can afford it remains to be an auditor's
Exactly.
call.
I know that some counties are going ahead and putting it in their budget, but those two positions will definitely.
Well, at present, no such thing is in our budget, so.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. One of the considerations we had to make, just to try to summarize this, is the levy rate. We always have to set the levy rate every budget year. By law, we can set the levy rate on the Class 1 property to 14.30. For the past several years, we have had a number of 14.17. And just to give some context on that, I think it was 3 fiscal years back, we asked the question, well, instead of just raising the rate arbitrarily, what do we have to raise it to keep revenue income neutral, to keep it the same? In other words, to estimate that we generate the same amount of property tax revenue. And what we came up with was that we only have to raise it at that time, I think it was 14.11, I think it was, and we raised it to 14.17 because that's the estimate we calculated that would take to give us the same amount of revenue. We didn't want to just max it out, although that would be more income. So last year we left it at 14.17, but instead of that being revenue neutral last year, it resulted in approximately $25,000 to $30,000 decrease to county coffers. Is that right, Mr. Walker? You remember that?
I thought it was close to 40.
40. So we gave up somewhere in the order of $25,000 to $40,000 of possible revenue to the county by leaving it at 14.17 instead of electing to raise it to 14.30. This year, once again, we did the calculation and we estimated it was at about 25 this year based on decreased values.
It was close.
If we left it at 14.17. We had the option of raising it to 14.30 to try to make a little more money for the county, but that's an expense on taxpayers, so we left it. So for the third year in a row, we're leaving it at 14.17, and that is partially part of the decrease in county revenues due to taxes. But for the money, we felt that leaving it at 14.17 was the better thing to do in this economy, so that's what we did.